The Trump administration is nearing a deal to sell TikTok to right-wing loyalist billionaires. To the surprise of no one, that's who we've seen constantly a takeover by these unhinged billionaires on the right of all the media organs. And the effect of that is the silencing of dissenting votes. And TikTok's next, it appears.
Yeah, we have already seen a huge consolidation of media ownership since Trump took office. Just in broadcast television, the Paramount merger, we've got Nexstar and Tegna about to merge as well, which I believe is also a Larry Ellison thing. And now Ellison and this other individual, Andreessen, are about to own a large percentage of TikTok, which hundreds of millions of Americans use every day. It's become a go-to platform for news and information. And it's about to become another right-wing controlled outlet here in the United States. And of course, Trump is going to get to appoint somebody to the board. So you've got his two best friends, billionaire buddies, and another person, there's a few others, but one other person that's going to be a direct Trump appointee overseeing all of the content on TikTok. This is a disaster. There are countless progressive liberal creators on TikTok that have massive followings. They're about to be silenced. If their accounts are even allowed to survive, they're going to be algorithmically programmed out of the system to where nobody sees these folks ever again.
Well, and it's interesting that China allowed more free speech than the American billionaires are going to allow. Of course, TikTok owned, at least in part, by the Chinese government. That is the argument that both administrations say it's a national security risk. Certainly, this seems to be a bigger national security risk that one person or one person's family is going to be able, through AI or through an algorithm change, to determine what views and what information you see. We've certainly seen that with Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter, never X, but Twitter, that he has programmed what you will see and promoted right-wing conspiracy theorists to the top and quite frankly helped get Donald Trump in office the second time.
Well, and a lot of what we have right now too with this, digital age is at this point, once TikTok is sold, all of these platforms are owned by right-wingers. You had the Google guys who own YouTube. They were sitting right there behind Donald Trump at his inauguration. Mark Zuckerberg was right behind him. Jeff Bezos, even though Amazon does not yet have a social media platform, he was right there, and Elon Musk was right there. So you've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok, and of course YouTube. All of these are owned by people who are effectively in Donald Trump's pocket. So those of us who do create content for a living, it's a very scary time for us because we don't know if our message is going to get out. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because any one of these outlets at Trump's direction could immediately say, we're doing away with your content. We didn't like the way you said this. We're going to label that hate speech. It's a violation of our policy. You're gone. And there's no way to appeal it. There's no way to get it back. So this is a huge problem that is dramatically going to reshape the landscape here in the United States. And TikTok was the last one that we had. That's why it was such a powerful outlet. And that, of course, is why the elites wanted to take it down. There was not a single shred of evidence, according to the FBI itself, that any of this data privacy thing was an actual concern with China owning it. And they said to the level that it was a concern, it's nothing compared to what these other outlets are doing, Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, with your personal data. So they are worse. TikTok is actually relatively safe by comparison, but they bought into the lies. Biden made it happen. Now Trump gets to take over.
Well, and I mean, we're seeing the rise of the techno-fascist billionaire. I mean, that's what this is we're seeing lots of techno-fascists that do not believe in democracy, that are terrified of me and you and every other normal person in this country. And when you have a conversation of whether or not billionaires should even be allowed to exist under a tax scheme, of course they're going to put their thumb on the scale. You're talking about them and their profitability and their ability to be profitable for generations, for eons. It's unimaginable wealth that these people have concentrated. Now they're concentrating the organs of information for people to know what they think, to know what they do, and know who they are, and to control them.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.